everyone, today I'm here to talk about TV shows that are off the air. In particular, like our cult kind of favorites, or at least my favorites. These are my favorite TV shows that I love that are off the air. If you're interested in seeing the shows I currently watch and I DVR and all that stuff, I'll leave a link right here somewhere. Below, right here. But yeah, these are TV shows that a lot of these I still watch, but they are no longer on the air. So the first show I'm going to talk about is probably my first really big fandom. Now, I really loved Harry Potter, but I loved this one before I loved Harry Potter. Weird, I know, but I don't know what it was. It is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have loved Buffy since I was, I want to say, how old was I? Maybe like 11 or so? Yeah, I've loved it that long. And I don't know what it is. A friend talked me into it, and I have just loved it so much. It ran on the WB from 1997 to 2003. For the last 2 seasons, it was on UPN. You'll notice that a lot of these shows are WB shows. I love that network. I wish that it was still around. I thought that was just a very classic, very teenage-esque. I love the WB. How many of you guys out there miss the WB or even remember the WB? I loved the WB. Like I said, this is my first TV show love. If you don't know much about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, if you can't tell by the title already, it is about a girl named Buffy who discovers that she is called to be a vampire slayer, and it's about her learning how to become a vampire slayer and the people she meets along the way. The next show I'm going to talk about is actually a spin-off from Buffy, and that is called Angel. Angel was the main character in Buffy, but he, after the 3rd season of Buffy ended, he started his own show, and it is called Angel, obviously. This also ran on the WB from 1999 to 2004, and it was strictly on the WB. And, I've always loved Angel. I've always loved Buffy more than Angel. I would say it's a really good show. I definitely recommend you watch all of Buffy, or at least get in, if you want to start watching Buffy or Angel, I would say definitely watch the first 3 seasons of Buffy, then you can incorporate Angel into the mix. They're kind of off seasons kind of things, and the characters do intermingle sometimes, so you've got to definitely check this series out. The next show, which is my favorite show of all time, you would think it would be Buffy, but it's really not Buffy, honestly. And the reason I say that because I go by shows that I know that are my favorite that I still watch to this day. And the one show that I watch constantly still is Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is my all-time favorite TV show. Ugh, I can't get enough of Gilmore Girls. I will watch it randomly. If I have nothing else to watch, any episode of Gilmore Girls will do. Any episode. Gilmore Girls also ran on the WB from 2000 to 2007. You'll notice I'm in the 1997 to 2000 genre TV shows. Those are my favorites for some reason. I think it was because I was younger and I just really enjoyed them. This show is about it's a mother and daughter comedy. It's about a mother named Lorelai and a daughter named Rory and how they're best friends, and they're kind of similar of age because the mother had the daughter when she was like 16, and it's about their small town called Stars Hollow, and gosh, I just love the show. The actors are great. I love the characters. I love the way they talk fast, probably because I talk super fast, so I gotta love other people that talk fast. And I just really love the mother and daughter connection. I really highly recommend this show to anybody. The only bad thing is it's not on Netflix. Sorry to say. But it is worth buying the DVDs, and they're pretty cheap too, so definitely look into that. The next show I'm going to talk about is also, guess what, on the WB, and that is Dawsons Creek. Yes, I'm a Dawsons Creek girl. I'm sorry. Dawsons Creek ran from, you guessed it, 1998 to 2003. This really spawned my love of like Cape Cod and Maine. I would love to go visit there. I think they're just really great sea. I don't know. Dawsons Creek really like enhanced that for me. Even though they filmed it in North Carolina, everything about it was kind of just Cape Cottage, Maine, and all that stuff. I just have this weird obsession with Maine, and I'm like, I need to visit Maine. I need to do it. Dawsons Creek is about a group of teenagers, mainly Dawson, the guy, and it's about their journeys and all that kind of stuff. I really feel like this is a very good drama for teenagers at this time. I felt like it was real. It was just, I love how they were very simplistic too. The clothes were great, the way they talked was great, the way they acted was great. It was all like teenagers thought should act now. Really love Dawsons Creek. My 2 favorite characters, you guessed it, were Pacey and Joey. Love them. I think that's the end of my WB rank. So now we're going to talk about Lost. Lost was on air from 2004 to 2010. It was on ABC. Now, to be quite honest with you, I have still not completed Lost. I love Lost, and I haven't completed it, but I know it's one of my all-time favorites. I started watching Lost before it even went off air, but I was never caught up. I think I started watching it, when did I start watching it? I want to say like 3 years ago I started watching it, and I loved it. I immediately got hooked. I was very much into it. If you don't know what Lost is about, it's about a group, it's about a plane. It's not about the plane, that's not the main character. But it's about a group of people that go onto a plane, and the plane crashes on an island, and they're stuck on the island with no help, and weird things start to happen, and it just gets crazy. But it's an amazing, amazing show. It introduced us to J.J. Abrams, and he's done amazing things. And I remember when I first started watching Lost, I immediately got hooked on it. I finished the first 2 seasons like that. I can't snap, but it was like that. And then after that, everything got confusing for me, and sometimes when I watch TV shows, I like to do other things. Lost is not that TV show. If you want to watch Lost, you better not do anything else. You got to focus 100% on Lost. And because if you miss something, you will be like, wait, how did that happen? Are you sure? Like, how does that hook up? You have to make sure you pay attention. And I do plan to finish it one day, but I know it's going to take a lot of time because I've only seen like up to season 3, I think. To my MTV phase. I do love MTV shows. I've liked the older ones more than the new ones, honestly, but the only 2 I've really ever loved, I would say, are The Hills and Laguna Beach. And I don't know what it is about them that makes me love them so. I think it's Lauren Conrad. I had this weird obsession with Lauren Conrad. I love those shows. Those are my, girl drama junkie shows. Yeah. Dollhouse is actually made and executive produced by Joss Whedon, and I love Joss Whedon, everything that he does, because he made Buffy and all that kind of stuff, so I always stick to Joss Whedon. And Dollhouse is a quite confusing show. It was about, like, I can't even begin to explain it, honestly, because it's a very, very weird but amazing show. I only think it got, like, 2 seasons, and then they canceled it, which I was sad. I was so sad about, because it was a really great show. And it's been so long since I watched it, I can't remember it, but I know I always loved it. It's on Netflix, so go check it out. The next show is Heroes, and that was actually on, I think it was on ABC or NBC. It was one of them, and it was on from 2006 to 2010. I loved this show from the beginning. I thought the premise was great for the show. I was wary because those type of shows with heroes and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to keep the momentum going after a couple seasons because there's so many ideas you can do, and then you run out of them, honestly, I think. And I know it's hard with any show like that to keep the momentum going and all that kind of stuff. And I really loved the first 2 seasons of this show, but after that, it really fell short for me. Heroes is about exactly what it says it's about. It's about a bunch of people that don't really know each other, but they learn that they have superpowers. One girl she just can't die, she's immortal. Another guy can fly. Another guy can be invisible. Another girl has split personalities. It's just an amazing show. I loved all the characters in it. It was a great show. Actually, like, now, just talk about it now, I really want to go watch the first season, honestly, because it is on Netflix. The next show I'm talking about is probably a random one, and that is King of Queens, and it was on CBS from 1998 to 2007. This is just a random funny show that I still watch to this day. I don't know what it is. I think it's Kevin James, honestly. The next show is another random show, and I found this show through Netflix, and that is called The IT Crowd. I haven't really delved into much of the world of British comedy, which I do hope to this year. We found this like 3 years ago, and it's about a group of IT workers in a company in Britain, and it is an amazing, hilarious show. Can't talk about it enough. I really love it. I wish it had more episodes. I feel like there's not enough episodes at all. There's like 4 episodes to every season, and I'm just like, I need more of this. I don't know if it's ever going to come back on or if it's canceled for good. I do not know, but I want it, and I would love to see more of it. Ugh, I love Moss, too, and Roy. Love them. Another show I'm going to talk about is Ugly Betty, and Ugly Betty ran on ABC from 2006 to 2010. Love the show. Could not get enough of America Ferrera. I think it was an amazing show. Very, very funny. If you don't know what it's about a girl named Betty who, I guess she's called Ugly Betty, gets a job at this very, very high fancy magazine as the assistant to the editor, and it's just about her journey. The shows I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to go into much length, but I still love them to this day. Boy Meets World, love it, love it, love it. I believe they're coming out with a new one where Corey and Topanga are all grown up and they have a daughter, and I think it's called Girl Meets World. I don't know. Seriously, cannot wait for that show. Love Boy Meets World. Like, ugh. Also with that, The Wonder Years, great show. And actually, the guy from Wonder Years and the guy from Boy Meets World are brothers in real life. Isn't that cool? Felicity, I never really finished it, but I've always liked Felicity, love the concept of it. And The OC. Kind of have a love-hate relationship with that, but thought it should get a mention as well. So those are all the TV shows that I love that are off the air. What are some of your guys' favorite TV shows that are off the air that you're very sad that they're not on the air anymore, that you still watch to this day? Please let me know. I'd love to hear anything, any suggestions for TV shows that are off the air but I need to watch and I haven't heard about. Please let me know. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Sat down by the old riverboat, thought about you for some time.